You've mahi Nunifivsis. I'm here, today's my last day here in San Diego, my last full day, but I'm going to talk about yesterday. Yesterday we did a almost full run through of The Woman Who Was Captured by Ghosts, and we had Susie Saluk's reading of her new play, which is just exciting. I'll talk about our play first. So we were thinking that since it's such a visual play that deals with different spaces, that we would do some minimal blocking. So we'd have a bench, center stage, and then there would be 3 spaces with music stands towards the front of the space. About 10 pages in, not even that, 5 pages maybe, we lost the music stands. They were just getting in the way. And by 10 pages in, we were blocking that sucker. That's right, we're going to have basically a fully blocked play with minimal costumes, no lights, minimal set, and strips in the hand tonight. Partly it was Kimberly's fault. She just needs to act, that girl. And Jerry, the director, he loved it. And it works. The blocking works, and it really makes the play come alive. And I think it's great for Julie Pearson Little Thunder to see that her play can work without elaborate special effects. So we worked through almost the whole play. We also got Maxton, forget his last name, I'll look it up for the tag on this video. We got Maxton to come and do music. Beautiful singer. He's got a hand drum. He's a Mohawk guy. He's got a hand drum, gourd rattle. Crystal Mercado, our stage manager, brought in a thunder tube, which is just a tube about the size of my coffee cup, except it's made out of maybe sheet metal, and it's got a little spring hanging from the bottom. And when you wiggle the spring, it makes it sound like thunder. So Maxton is our sound guy now, and he is playing some songs. It's really fascinating for me, being an Indian person who lives usually around white people, to see that the sense of Indian propriety I have isn't crazy at all. It's interesting to see there's a part where a character comes on as a hatchet, except he's supposed to be wearing, if we had full costumes, he'd be wearing Cheyenne war dance regalia. And so we were figuring out something for him to do since he can't do a war dance. He's a 17-year-old white kid, Michael. Forget his name, but I'll put it in here. Anyway, so they thought, well, we'll do like a chopping motion, up and down. No, said Kimberly. That's a little too much like that Seminole mascot. We non-mascots don't like that kind of thing. At another point, Jerry asked Maxton, well, how about if you hit the chain or the spring on the thunder machine with your drumstick? Well, make my ancestors mad is what would happen, said Maxton. So it's just really fascinating, these things. And coming from an oral culture, or at least a culture that hasn't been literary for very long, it happens through dialogue, this etiquette, discussing etiquette, propriety. It's really fascinating to be around an Indian group, even though they're not from around here, and we Kaduks are just different from everybody, except for Yuroks. Well, different from Yuroks, too, because they speak a different language. The play is fascinating. The play is a great play. It's going to be a great reading tonight. Last night, we saw the reading of Susie Saluk's play, which is a therapeutic thing, kind of cathartic. She has PTSD from the violence that has been done against her. And writing the play, or at least the first draft of this play, for the Alaskan Native Playwrights Project, that spurred healing for her. Kind of a cathartic thing, I guess. She wanted to incorporate that healing into this new draft. It's really fascinating. And a lot of people kind of had a problem with its non-linearity and the way it's here and here and here. But it's structured the way she thinks, healing from PTSD. That's the way PTSD is, I imagine, or what I've heard, is that you're constantly in flight or fight response, which makes your attention span short, makes you leap around from this to that. It's the way she thinks, and going back to memories, and then to this memory and that memory, good memories, bad memories. From just a cold theoretical and dramaturgical perspective, structuring a play like PTSD, or like the inside of a mind, the way a mind works, is so fascinating. It's so revolutionary. It's breakthrough, I think. And it's so refreshing for me to see that kind of thing come from a real place. I'm used to, in college, seeing people try too hard to be groundbreakers, to play with form. That's one of the interesting things about this particular retreat, is that I am seeing form be experimented with, different forms brought together in a totally organic, grounded way. It's incredibly refreshing. Unga Pamasuka is the name of her play, and yes, I remembered that one, and I think I pronounced it right.